Namaskaram. Shri Mahaganapatiye Namah. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Welcome to Mayilpeeli. Today we shall chant, learn and understand the slokas of Narayaneeyam Dasakam 50. Let us first chant the sloka and then understand the meaning. This Dasakam talks about the killing of Bakasura and Vatsasura by Krishna. King Kamsa sends two more asuras, Bakasura and Vatsasura, to kill Krishna, and they end up dying in the hands of Krishna. One of these asuras comes in the guise of a calf and the other comes in the guise of a crane. Dasakam 50, Sloka 1. Taralamadhukrud brinde brindavane tamanohare pashupashishu bisakam vatsanupalana lolupaha haladharasako dheva Shriman vicherita dharayan gavala murali vetram netrabhirama tanudyutihi. O gracious Lord, in that beautiful Vrindavana, with hordes of honeybees buzzing around, your resplendent form, armed with the horn, flute and stick, you wandered about with Balarama, who is the carrier of the plough, and other cowherd children ardently tending the calves. Here Bhattadri says that little Krishna, wandering in the woods along with Balarama and others, with all the paraphernalia and admirable radiance, was indeed a sight most pleasing to the eyes. Dasakam 50, Sloka 2. Vihita jagati raksham lakshmikarambujalalitam dadati charanadvandvam vrindhavane tvayi pavane kimivana bhabhau sampat sampuritam tharuvallari saliladharani gotra kshetradikam kamalapate. O Lord, the consort of Lakshmi, when your 2 feet, which protect the entire universe and which are fondled lovingly by the lotus-like hands of Lakshmi, touched the sacred Vrindavana, the entire surroundings, including the trees, creepers, water, earth, mountains, soil, fields, and all else, became most fertile and productive, teeming with wealth and prosperity. It is said that where Krishna resides, there will be abundance and prosperity. As Krishna sets his lotus feet in Vrindavana, the whole place was full of prosperity. The trees were healthy and bore flowers and fruits. The cattle and the cows were healthy and the cows gave more milk. The soil was more fertile and productive. The whole city of Vrindavan was filled with total abundance. Dasakam 50, Sloka 3. Vilasadulape kanta rante samirana shitale vipula yamuna tire govardhana chalamurdhasu lalita murali nadha sancharayan kaluvatsakam kvachana divase daityam vatsakrutim tvamudaikshataham. O Lord, you roamed about playing the flute, tending the herds of calves on the lush green grasslands in the forest, on the banks of the broad Yamuna river, wafted by the gentle cool wind, and on the peaks of the lofty Govardhana mountain. On one such occasion you spotted a demon in the guise of a calf. Krishna, along with cowherd boys and Balaram, is said to have grazed cows and calves in the lavish expanse of the green grasslands in the forests of Vrindavan. He would be seen on the banks of river Yamuna and on the peaks of the mountain Govardhana. Dasakam 50, Sloka 4. Rabasavila satpucham vichayatosya vilokayan kimapi valita sakandam randrapatiksha mudikshitam tamata charane bibrad vibramayan muhuru chakaihi kuhachana mahavrukshe chikshopita ksata jivitam. O O Lord, the Asura Vatsasura, in the guise of a calf, was waiting for an opportunity to attack you. With his tail wagging fast and his neck slightly turned, and with a sly look on his face, as soon as you noticed this, you grabbed him by his feet and lifted him up, rapidly spun him round and round until he was dead. Then you flung his dead body on a huge tree close by, is what Bhattadri says in this shloka. Dasakam 50, Sloka 5. Nipatati mahadaitye jatya duratmani takshanam nipatana javakshunnam shoniruhakshatakaanane divi parimilad vrindaha vrindaraka kusumotkaraihi shirasi bhavato harshad varshanti nama tada hare. O Hari, the powerful demon Vatsasura, who was evil-minded by birth, fell with a mighty crash as he regained his original huge demon form onto the trees, squashing the trees by the momentum of his fall, and ruined the forest region all around. At once the gods in the heaven, who were overjoyed by seeing this very rare feat, gathered together and rained flowers on your head. By the impact of the fall of the evil-minded Asura, the tops of the trees were broken and the forests were destroyed. The gods who were assembling in the skies showered heaps of flowers on Krishna's head in joy, is what we understand in this shloka. Dasakam 50, Sloka 6. Surabilamattamamurdhan urdhvam krithak kusumavali nipatati tavetyuktaha balai sahela mudairayah jatiti tanujakshepe nordvam gatastaruna mandalat kusumanikarasoyam nunam sameti shanairiti. O Lord, the cowherd children were curious to know wherefrom the bunch of sweet-scented flowers fell on your head. You jestingly told them that the impact of the demon's body on the treetops when you threw him had sent the flower bunches flying upward, and then they were slowly coming down. Now is what Bhattadri says in this shloka. Dasakam 50, Sloka 7. Kvachana divase bhuyo bhuyastare purushatape tapanadanaya padaha patum gata bhavadadayah chalita garutam preksham asurbakam kalu vismrutam kshitidara garuchede kailasa shailamivaparan. O Lord, then on one very hot day in the summer season, you along with others went to the river Yamuna to quench your thirst. There you saw the demon Baka in the form of a huge crane, flapping its wings and looking like another Mount Kailash, whose wings Indra had forgotten to clip when he cut off the wings of all mountains, is what we understand in this shloka. Dasakam 50, Sloka 8. Pibati salilam gopa vrate bhavantamabhidrutah sakila nigilan nagni prakyam punardrutamudvaman dalayitu gagatrotayaha kotaya tada shubhavan vibho kalajana bida chunchuhu chanchu pragruhya dadaratam. O Lord, then as the cowherd boys were drinking water, the crane rushed to your side and gobbled you fully, but instantly he threw you out as though he had swallowed fire. Then he tried to tear you apart with his long beak. O Almighty Lord, you who are accomplished in destroying the cruel and evil, quickly caught hold of the two ends of his beak and split him apart, is what we understand in the sloka. When the cowherd boys were drinking water as they were very thirsty due to the terrible heat of the day, and suddenly when the Asura Bakasura, who had come in the guise of a crane, swallowed Krishna. Krishna generated so much heat in the Asura's mouth that he could not bear it and opened his mouth and threw Krishna out immediately, as his throat and mouth was burning as if he had swallowed fire. Dasakam 50, Sloka 9. Sapadi sahajam sandrashtum vabrutam kalu putanam anujamagama vyagre gatva pratikshitu bevava shamananilayam yate tasmin bhake sumano ghane kirati sumano vrindam vrindavana grihamayataha. O Lord, thus that demon Baka went to Yamaloka, or the abode of death, as if eager to meet his dead sister Putana, who was already dead, or as if to look forward to welcoming his brother Vatsasura, who would follow him in a like manner. Then, while the gods were showering flowers on you from the sky, you returned home from Vrindavana, is what Bhattadri says in this shloka. Bakasura was Putana's and Vatsasura's brother. We understand here that Krishna was killing a series of asuras who were coming to take his life. Krishna's uncle King Kamsa sent one demon after the other to take the life of Krishna, who he knew was born to kill him. Dasakam 50, Sloka 10. Lalita Murali Nadam Dhurani Shamya Vadu Janaihi Tvaritamupagammyarad Aruda Moda Mudikshitaha Janita Janani Nanda Nanda Samirana Mandiram Pratitavasate Shaure Duri Kurushva Mamamayan. O Lord, hearing the sweet lifting notes of music from your flute, even while you were still at a distance, the gopis came flocking to your side, full of delight. O Shauri, who resides at Guruvayur, may you, who were a source of joy to your mother Yashoda and your father Nanda, remove all my afflictions, is what Bhattadri says in this shloka. Here Bhattadri pleads to the Lord to save him from his afflictions, and Krishna returns back home with all the cowherd boys after killing the two dangerous asuras Bakasura and Vatsasura. He returns joyfully, playing his flute, which always mesmerizes the gopis. Hare Krishna. Govinda Nama Sankirtanam. Govinda Govinda. Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Shri Hare Namah. Shri Maha Periyava Sharanam.